Hey everybody, welcome into Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday and Cass is here and I'm here and Cass is on my side and I'm on his because we have weird lighting and see what's doing to his neck? it was going right across, so yeah, he can dodge it a little better. Okay, so as always, it's a pretty dismal week for releases, but we press on. Anyway, for picks of the week, Cass always starts us off. He's going to this time too. What did you find?
Alright guys, I was pretty excited about this one. Blood Incantation, Hidden History of the Human Race. This is the most anticipated metal release of the year. Everyone's been talking about it. They dropped their debut album in 2017, Star Spawn, on Dark Descent Records, one of the biggest death metal records of the decade. And of course, people were very excited for the follow-up, and it's finally here. It's been leaked for a while, so a lot of people already have heard it and have been saying it's one of the best death metal records of the decade. It's finally out. I waited till today to listen to it. It's incredible. It's really good. Basically, they're where they're from. They're from Colorado, I think. Denver. No, that's not Colorado, is it?
Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm.
Denver.
Yeah.
And they kind of combine the classic old school death metal sound with some very intergalactic and cosmic sort of soundscapes. You know, you could definitely tell just from the album cover alone, they're going for a very cosmic theme. Lyrically and sound-wise, they have a lot of trippy guitar tones, crazy solos that sound like, you know, like space lasers or like, you know, aliens or something, UFOs. It's all very very clearly intergalactic, and they kind of play into that. Sometimes some cheesy lyrics, and the song titles are super long. The last song is called Awakening from the Dream of Existence to the Multi-Dimensional. It's like so long. Basically, they're really great, and if you have been a death metal fan at all recently, you've probably heard of these guys, so please check this album out. Really, really great. Very consistent all the way through. It's only 4 tracks, but the last track's 20 minutes, which is pretty crazy for a death metal song. So my only complaint, I wish it was a little longer, but it's all really good. So no filler, so I can't really complain that much.
How much?
$23.95, and we only got 1 color vinyl, and they're pretty hard to come by, so if you want this, you gotta come quick.
Okay.
Oh, I can show you the color too. Might as well.
Okay. Ooh, look at that.
Alien green.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like a good colored piece of vinyl. Okay, this week for you, what I have is, well, you know what? First of all, let me preface this by saying my pick of the week for sure was Beck, Hyperspace, but we get the indie exclusive, which means, you know, it's colored, that's been delayed. So we didn't order any black vinyl because we always just go straight up for, you know, the indie exclusive, but they know that the delay is causing us a problem, so they've agreed to send us these kind of nice litho posters that are going to be with it when it gets here. So I'm going to talk about Beck in a minute, but I decided to move my pick of the week to this. It's Leonard Cohen, Thanks for the Dance. It's on Columbia Legacy. And, you know, anybody who just has been living under a rock and doesn't know, Leonard Cohen was a master songwriter, musician, poet, novelist, like, he could do it all. And, you know, I think worldwide he has like 12 published books in addition to 23 million albums sold. So when he passed, he had all these other, you know, Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, inducted into the Hall of Fame, all these things that just go on in America and Canada. So anyway, this is a posthumous release, and it features music from his final session, and it was produced by his son Adam Cohen, and it features contributions from artists like Beck, yay, there, so we're still getting some Beck in here today. Feist, Daniel Lanois, Spanish guitarist Javier Mas, Richard Reed Perry, and Jennifer Warnes, you know, all kind of contributed to some of this stuff. Now, a lot of the times the fear with posthumous albums is that, you know, they're just like fragments, ideas that somehow have to be fleshed out, and they kind of stop short much of the time. But this isn't so. It's like a real father and son sort of a project, and it just is really, really beautifully done. It's a really fitting send-off to one of music's finest lyricists. So check this out. It's pricey because it's through Sony, and their stuff is always expensive. It's $34.95. It's 9 tracks, but yeah, it's really, really worth it.
Must have for the Cohen fans.
Yeah, sure. So, did you have something else you wanted to talk about a little bit?
Yeah, I got a couple more metal releases. Pretty big week for metal, actually. First, Obseek. This is a black metal band from Minneapolis, and this is their first album in like 4 years. It's called, I don't know what it's called, The Palms of Sorrowed Kings. And basically, Obseq kind of combined your classic black metal with a medieval sort of Celtic sound. They have a harp player, which is very unique for any band, honestly. You don't really hear harp players all too often. And the actual guitar work and vocals are very reminiscent of like medieval times. You know, they have, I don't know how they're able to do it, but just maybe the keys they're playing, the notes they're playing, very old-fashioned sounding. Definitely sounds like these covers would, exemplify. So definitely one of my favorite black metal bands of all time, honestly. Their first record is really great. This is their third. All the records are really great because no one really does this sound at all. No one even comes close to such a unique sound. So it's really interesting. And I would say they don't really change up their sound at all on this record. Same sort of thing. There's like some harp interludes and the guitars come in and there's like some sword sounds here and there too. So it's very medieval, but I really like that. Maybe some people might find it a little cheesy, but I think it's really cool. And let's see, Obseq, $21.95. So check it out. We don't have the colored vinyl in quite yet. It's just black, but we're working on it. Next, I have this very out-of-print Leviathan box set, Verator. Leviathan, a one-man black metal project from San Francisco. He used to live on Haight Street, actually, but now he lives in Oregon, I believe. But he's been doing it all his own, every instrument, since like the late 90s. And this is one of his early compilations, came out 2002, just collecting all his early demos before he was signed to a label. So a lot of very raw, experimental stuff on here. He's still trying to figure out his sound, which is great. There's a lot of stuff on here you wouldn't really hear on later Leviathan records. But it's been out of print since 2002. They finally reissued it with a new cover. Of course, Rest from Leviathan does the artwork as well. Very talented guy.
Wow.
And this box set is a 4 LP. Really, really cool. If you're a fan of Leviathan at all, or just dark, atmospheric black metal that's very depressing as well, you will definitely like this. It's a little pricey, $66.95, but it's 4 LPs. It's got like some art prints. It's like a quadruple gatefold sleeve, so it's definitely worth the money. So I highly recommend that.
Okay. Well, the other thing, I'm going to just talk to you a little bit about Beck, and it's called Hyperspace. It's on Capitol Records, and it's his 14th studio album, and it is, in fact, another breakup album, sadly, for Beck. Now, if you are a person that listens to Beck, or if you've been a fan over the years, you know that he kind of operates in two different ways. You can either get the very fun stuff of like Odelay or Guero, or you can get Sea Change.
Yes, that's my favorite.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Love that moody stuff.
So anyway, again, after several years of being Sea Change was a real big crybaby breakup album, and shortly after that, he met his new partner. They've been together for many years. Well, anyway, that has another thing that has passed. So this is where it's coming out on this. It's a little bit different in the fact that Pharrell Williams is producing with him on this. He didn't produce the whole thing, but he did do quite a lot with Beck, and it really does his flavoring on it. It really does actually add to this. It's one of the greatest strengths of this record, and it actually it's very suitable. It balances everything between like kind of hip hop infused techno, atmospheric backdrops to the quieter stuff. It's almost like like I was saying, you're used to Beck operating in one of two ways. This kind of both mixes together, so it's sort of interesting to hear about that. There's an odd mix of emotions on here, and it's really kind of a sense of displacement and confusion. Now listen, the guy has been probably with this partner for, half of his life at this point, and that's over, so he's kind of struggling, in his early 30s. He was writing, about the stuff with Sea Change, and now it's, his marriage produced 2 children and lasted like for a third of his life, I guess, not a half. And so it stands to reason that the songs aren't quite sure how he's feeling, what he's doing. He's not really reacting to life with an appropriate sense of scale, but it's really good. So if you can just hang out and listen to it on Spotify or something, and then, come back and get it here when the indie exclusive is in our hands. Like I said, we're going to have a nice litho to go with that. So just thought I'd let you know what's going on with it. I'm really bummed that it's not here today for you.
Should be a Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, I think so too. But anyway, so there you go. In the meantime, there's a lot of other, stuff. So let's bust up through the list here and see what's what, okay?
All right.
Oh, first out of the gate, Beatles 7-inch singles box set. And this one has 23 7-inches in it. It spans like, you know, all the way through. It's got so much stuff. Let me see. It's like, it says 22 singles issued in the UK between 62 and 70, plus exclusive to this box, you get a double A-side of the 1990s release, Free as a Bird and Real Love, mastered at Abbey Road from mono and stereo tapes of the original singles mixes. They're presented in replica first issue picture sleeves from around the world, and it's got a fully illustrated booklet. It includes extensive notes, so that's a nice thing for, you know, it's $217.95. So, you know, it's pricey, but again, if there's somebody on your Christmas list that you spend a lot of money on, that might be a cool thing for them. You know, we always run hot and cold about 7-inch boxes because you really have to be committed to staying there by your turntable if you're going to be doing that.
I think Beatles of all bands, I think people will put out the money for
something like and that. It is cool. You know, it's definitely a cool thing. So, all right, now we got Danny Brown, Unknown.
You know what I'm saying.
Oh, is that what that is? You know what I'm saying? It's $21.95. Okay.
Cool.
All right, then we have the Zac Brown Band. This one's called The Owl, $27.95.
Okay.
All right, we got Chicago Christmas. This is $23.95. Wasn't there a Chicago Christmas album many moons ago? This one is.
I'm not too familiar with that.
What does the sticker say? Is it compiled with like new stuff or something?
I'm not too sure. Yeah, I've never heard this. I don't even know if this is new material or it's like the old Chicago lineup. If it's the current Chicago lineup, then that's not as hype as I would.
That doesn't say?
It doesn't, no.
Okay, well, the other interesting thing is if you buy this, we've got wrapping paper that is just like this, like Chicago Christmas wrapping paper, so you can pick some of that up too. Okay? Next up, we've got a new Coldplay album, Everyday Life, 180 gram with a digital download, 2 LPs for $35.95. And we've also got the indie exclusive for $41.95, which I kind of think would be colored vinyl. Does it say?
Oh, the other one is colored vinyl, actually.
Okay.
Limited edition colored vinyl. It doesn't say what color.
Okay, well, you know, all right. They even had an album out for a few years now, right? It's been a minute.
For Coldplay, yeah, I think it's been about 3 years. So this is a pretty highly anticipated album from them, and apparently it's very different too. A little more experimental than they usually are, not as poppy. So.
All right. Well, it's a double, so that's a pretty brave move coming back with a double. But okay.
And apparently they're not touring either. Chris Martin says he wants to help the environment, so they're not going on tour for this album.
How does that?
Doesn't want to leave his carbon footprint that touring provides.
Does touring have a big carbon footprint?
Not really much, but he's making some statement or something.
Whatever with it. Okay. Now we got Celia Cruz, A Night of Salsa. This is $19.95.
Wild card.
Yeah, that's a double as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good for a double. $19.95.
Looks good.
Get your Celia Cruz on for a little holiday partying.
Good price.
All right, now we've got Death Trip. Now, I didn't say Death Grips. I said Death Trip. Don't, just everybody relax. Demon Solar Totem. This is $21.95. All right. Now we've got Deerhoof Holdy Paws remastered colored vinyl. Oh wow, look at that thing.
It's an early one, yeah.
Oh, does it say what color that vinyl is?
It is clear.
Okay.
With black and white splatter.
Oh nice. Okay, that's $19.95. All right.
That's nice.
Okay, now we got Fetus, and this is Deaf, $24.95. Are you holding that upside down? Or no, the back?
No, it's just a weird.
That's upside down. The back. Okay.
Interesting.
All right. Now we have another Grateful Dead, Ready or Not.
We have all those
2
stickers
LPs.
up,
That's right.
yeah.
We do have stickers. If y'all want to come in, you can get the stickers too. Yeah, we got a few. $36.95, 2 LPs. Okay.
Nice.
Now we've got Holy Serpent, Endless, $20.95.
Pretty surreal cover on there.
Yeah, it is. All right, now here's a 7-inch, and this one is the great Duran Jones in the Indication, 7-inch, and he's holding up the 12. Cass, get with the program. It's Don't You Know, True Love, and this is blue vinyl, $8.95. If you guys don't know Duran Jones, you know it's like you wouldn't believe that it's like modern day. It's like soul at its root. It's so great.
Marvin Gaye sound.
Love it, love it. Ben Lee, Quarter Century Classics on colored vinyl, 1995. Any clue about
Mystery color.
mystery? It's an Easter egg.
Buy it to find
He hasn't
out.
had anything out for a while, right?
I don't know him actually.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, for those of you that know, I think it's been a minute since we've had any Ben Lee. All right. Now we have Lord Mantis, Universal Death Church. This is all you ordering this stuff, isn't
How
it? I
did
can
you
tell.
know?
I can just see what's coming in the thing. It's like, oh, Cass must have got an order in. All right. $21.95.
Great doom metal band. I haven't listened to this yet, but I'm very excited. I'll listen to it tonight. It's gonna be good, I'm sure.
All right, we got Harry Nilsson, Lost and Found, $22.95. Now, Lost and Found, I'm just guessing that maybe that's some stuff, his last recordings,
Oh,
produced by Mark Hudson.
I like
okay?
those two S's and Lost, kind of like
Lost.
his name, Nilsson.
Yes.
Clever.
All right, now we got No Man, Love You to Bits, 1995. Nice disco ball on the cover there for you.
Album covers today.
All right. Now we got Old Crow Medicine Show live at the Ryman, $22.95. Is this country stuff? I don't know who they are.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of folksy country
Oh, all
rock.
right.
So
All right. Now we got the Pernice Brothers, Spread the Feeling on red vinyl, and that is $22.95.
it's got some major air there.
Okay. Now we got REO Speedwagon Hits. 180 gram on gold vinyl. Well, that was good. Gold vinyl is what you should be doing on that. It's what is that? A double?
It feels like a single to me.
Really? It's $37.95.
Yeah,
Is it Sony? Oh yeah, it's Sony again.
Oh my god.
God, they're so expensive. All right, now we got another 7-inch. The
right.
Shins Milano, 7-inch, $13.45.
I wonder if this is like a new song or something.
I think it
guess
might
so.
be.
That'd be cool. I haven't heard it yet.
I know. All right, Sir Baby Girl, Crush on Me, Bionic Edition. This is like a fan edition of colored vinyl, $18.95. Is it green fluorescent vinyl? I want to say
neon green, limited to 500.
neon green. Yeah. So yes. Now we've got Sleep Token, Sundowning on clear vinyl. We've got 2 LPs, $27.95. Or we also have the import for $28.95. So either
thing, I
or.
guess.
Don't know that there's really any difference. Listen to this morning. It's not bad. You know what I mean? I think when you look at their Spotify, it's got this red hood, and it looks real, and it's not really like that. It's sort of a little.
Oh, I think I know.
You know what I'm talking about?
What
Yeah.
you guys are hearing. Yeah.
So that's the German import right there.
Okay.
All right, but anyway, it's only $1 more for the import, but again, not
Sure,
a
we
lot
got
of.
both. There must be a difference or something. But
Yeah. Okay. Now we got the soundtrack to Princess Bride. Love this movie. It's like the Mark Knopfler stuff. So hit Mark Knopfler, guitar player for Dire Straits. If anybody needs to know that, this is clear vinyl. It's $21.95. Now a reissue of They Might Be Giants on pink vinyl. This is also numbered, and it's $23.95.
very wacky band.
Mm-hmm.
It's got guys are kind of like the first Ween, where they just all their songs are really weird, wacky, almost like for children, but then a little weird.
Yeah, that's their debut album, so it's reissued. All right. Now we've got Tovlo, Sunshine Kitty on white vinyl. It's a gatefold. It's 2 LPs. It's $24.95. Okay.
That's a nice color too.
Yeah. All right. And so I don't think you can see it. It's not in the shot, but we have this really great display for Bon Iver from Secretly Canadian, our friends over there. So I don't know, Cass, can you pan the camera around and show that
I think I can.
so that people can see? Because we're
Sneak a peek.
one of 50 stores in the country that got that nice standee.
There we go. Oh, there we go.
see it?
Jordan's in the shot.
There you go. So it
Kinda see it.
represents the seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall, with different Bon Iver albums. And so anyway, it's just like a really nice standee that they sent us. So thanks, Secretly.
That's really cool.
And okay, so we'll go ahead and next week we're not going to do Fresh Catch Friday because it is Black Friday. So we're going to do a Fresh Catch Wednesday where we're going to do our little thing where we kind of pan through what's out on the table, just to give you an idea of kind of the stuff that's available for Black Friday. Okay, hopefully it's a little more exciting than what we got this week, because it was kind of I don't know, it was okay. say this week,
I
but
know.
nothing really. So damn it about the Beck, but it'll be here. Don't worry, and it'll be worth hanging out because then it'll be lit though. All right. So thank you so much for joining us. We will see you Wednesday and next time. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.